Hi guys, this is Kaylin and I'm here with Africa International House. Today we are interviewing someone from the ECAC. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Embibel Solomon. I also go by Getu. I am from the ECAC Auxiliary Board. First, I would like to talk a little bit about the ECAC first. ECAC stands for Ethiopian Community Association of Chicago. It's an organization that was founded in 1984, and its objective has been supporting the Ethiopian community in the Chicago area with anything related to education, cultural, socioeconomic needs. And also, in addition to Ethiopians, it also supports other refugees, refugee settlements, and education for anybody who needs it. As far as the Ethiopian community, it also supports anyone in need in time of injury or death. It's pretty much a community organization that supports anyone in need.
That is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So that's in general, that's what the ECAC is. But over time, a need came up where we needed to get the younger professionals in the Chicago area to get involved because, a lot of people grew up in the community. Then they, go to school and they kind of get detached from the whole community center. So the need came up where we needed to somehow get the younger people engaged. So the ECAC Auxiliary Board was born about 4 years ago, and the idea was came up by people who actually grew up within the community center. And we started this organization. I've been a part of it for the last 4 years now. I'm not a native Chicagoan. I actually was born in Ethiopia and grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Came here 5 years ago for work, and 4 years ago somebody contacted me, asked me, "Do you want to be a part of this organization?" And I looked at it. It seemed interesting. I wanted to also get involved in some capacity, so I got involved, and in second year I became the financial officer, and I've been the financial officer ever since. And we do a lot of events in addition to supporting the ECAC and a lot of fundraising needs. We do monthly happy hours. We just supported the ECAC's walkathon effort, and we also do what we've been doing for the last 3 years is an Ethiopia Fest, which we will talk about a little bit later.
That is amazing. My next question to you would be, what are some of your best experiences with the ECAC? Because I know you guys do a lot. You guys are very adamant about helping people.
Yeah. Obviously the auxiliary board is focused on engaging the younger professionals. So just that aspect of being able to connect with other Ethiopians who been living in Chicago but haven't been able to connect with the community. That is one, I guess, fulfilling aspect of it. Being able to get together, exchange ideas. But in addition, we are also helping the ECAC, raise fund for some of the needs. Also being able to participate in, they have annual picnic that they do in August. Actually, they did it a couple of weeks ago. At Foster Beach, they do an annual picnic, which is free for everybody to come attend, eat, and play volleyball. So that sense of connection with our people, I guess, is one of the most rewarding things.
That is amazing. All right. So, what have you done with the ECAC that you want to expand on? Like, what are some things you're working on for the future?
One of the things is obviously Ethiopia Fest. So when we started 2 years ago, this is our third one. So when we started it, it was very small. We did at in Edgewater and at Sen High School. We were still trying to, we were trying to figure. That was the first time us doing it. So everything was trial and error. Over the years, we have built that up. Last year, we had over 500 people come and attend. We had a lot of vendors, a lot of performances, food, fashion show. So we just want to build upon that experience, but also we will also want to grow our membership. Have a lot of Ethiopians from coming out of state or who've been living here but haven't heard of the Ethiopian Community Center to get involved, give back to the community, and just give them an option to connect with other professionals that maybe they may not have had the chance to do so.
That is definitely great. So, what would you say is your focus area with your career?
So, my personal career.
Yes, what would you
Yeah.
say?
So I moved here. I went to the reason I came to Chicago because I went to grad school in Wisconsin, and I worked for a company called PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, in the capacity of actuary. I don't know. A lot of people may not know what that is, but for anybody who's concerned, curious, it's mostly forecasting risk, and so I worked for healthcare, pension, so a lot of
Wow.
statistics and probability. My degree was in math and computer science, so that's kind of like how I end up where I am right now.
Wow, that's pretty good. Very
Yeah, thank
impressive.
you, thank you.
You're welcome. So, how does that translate into the work you do with the ECAC? Does what you went to school for in your previous career background help you now?
Well, I work in a for a company that is an audit firm, so and being number person, we're doing being a financial officer fits right into that realm of skill, I guess. So that's why I've
That's
been
true.
doing it for the last 3 years. It's been a great experience. Something to I guess give back on my it's just on my free time, so it doesn't really take that much time, and just being in charge of the financial aspect of our organization has been pretty good.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, what are some other things about the ECAC that you can think to tell us or elaborate on?
Uh, we just want more involvement from anyone who lives in the Chicago area. It doesn't have to be, in any financial officer or vice president or any kind of forum. Just come, maybe just check out the monthly happy hours that we do. We do a happy hour every third Wednesday of the month. We try to support different businesses within the community, and we just get together whenever we have free time. Just come out, hang out, get a couple of drinks, get to know everybody. We always get new people come in, and they're always surprised. Oh, I didn't know about this community organization. I just heard about it from a friend. So, and then they end up coming back, and so we just want to get more people involved in being a part of it. Just come check it out, and if you happen to be interested in any sort of a position within the board, just voice your concerns, opinions, and we will always find something. We can always use more people to help us in planning events such as the Ethiopia Fest, which is a pretty big undertaking. So anyone who's interested, come in and help. You don't necessarily have to be Ethiopian either. And we welcome anyone who feel like they have something to offer. We're pretty welcoming bunch.
That's beautiful. All you guys who are looking to volunteer and help the cause, you should go ahead and look into that.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say? What would you say are some misconceptions about Ethiopians?
Well, not as much, but people used to always say, "Oh, you're from Ethiopia. Isn't it always hot there?" Or they will say something
What?
about like not having enough food, but we are a lot more richer than that. We are a rich culture, very welcoming. If you come to the community's events, like I said, the picnic, you will see how welcoming everybody is. We're all about trying to make everybody feel at home. There one time I was in a taxi and somebody asked me, "So, you guys are from Ethiopia?" I said, "Yeah." I said, I can tell." And he said, "You guys, you don't, do you guys think you're Africans or just Ethiopians?" Me personally, we're all Africans. Obviously, there are different people who I associate with different countries. Nigerians, Ethiopians,
Yes.
Ghanaians, but at the end of the day, we're all Africans, and I know some people might feel a little, proud. It comes from the pride we have in our culture. That comes off as maybe we are saying we're better than everybody else, but that's not necessarily true. Like I said, we're very welcoming, and we're just very proud of our culture, and that's where the misconception comes from.
Yes. Well, I think that you guys are very welcoming. I've had and very nice, very down to earth. Typically,
Thank
I've
you.
had. You're welcome.
Thank
A
you.
lot of encounters with people of Ethiopian descent, and they're always, in my experience, very nice. So I don't know why people have those stereotypes.
Oh, okay. Well, we're doing something right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us about the organization or about yourselves or Ethiopian culture? Anything?
No, just I think our creative director for the Ethiopia Fest Entertainment is gonna come and talk a little bit more about the festival. But in general, I think it's coming up. Our New Year's is actually we have our own New Year's. It's September 11th. That's coming
Oh,
up.
wow.
So that's when the Ethiopia Fest is gonna be. And one thing that's pretty interesting is the Chicago recognizes Ethiopian Day at the Friday before New Year's as Ethiopian Day. So there will be the flag raising ceremony at the Delhi Plaza. That will be on the 7th of September, if I'm not mistaken, or 8th, whichever that Friday is, and the 9th. Yeah, the 9th, and yeah, it's the 9th. That's actually my birthday. I don't know how I forgot, but and also we have a New Year's celebration, like I said, on that Sunday, Ethiopia Fest at St. Andrew's Greek Church in Edgewater. So we recommend and encourage anybody to come and hang out, bring friends, be ready to get entertained, get some good food, and if you've never had Ethiopian food, this is definitely your opportunity to do so.
Wow, that sounds very great, very great. And I know we can't wait to, hear more about this. And we're actually having some pictures that we're about to show you right now so that we can elaborate even more and give you guys some visuals. Thank you again so much.
Thank you.
No problem. Here we go. All right, this is going to be our first one, and we're going to switch out our people and let our second representative come up. Now, to be fair, I'm going to let you introduce yourself before you speak on these images. So you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Yaasha Abraham, and I am the creative director of Ethiopia Fest Chicago, and this is our third year going, and I'll talk a little bit about the pictures that we're going to have showing up on the screen.
Awesome. All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is our group pic. It's one of my favorite pictures of anything that we've ever done. It's really showing the cohesiveness of the group that we displayed on that day. This is at the end of Ethiopia Fest after everybody else was gone. I still have half my costume on. Everybody else is chilling, and in the middle is the person who really made it come all together. That's Sergut Dejene. She is our president, and she's actually on fellowship in Ethiopia right now. And so
Wow.
It's been a big challenge making this come off the ground without her leadership, but I really think that we're going to do her proud.
Wow, that is beautiful. You guys look like one big family.
We are. We do a lot of hanging out with each other when we're not handling group business. We really genuinely enjoy each other's company. Half of us are related. I'm not related, but half of us are. And when we get together, it's as if we are related because we sit and we talk, drink, make fun of each other like we're related. We go to each other's birthdays, and we have other things that we can have people come to support. We come and have each other's backs. So yeah, it's definitely a family atmosphere when we all get together.
That's beautiful. What about this next one?
Oh, this is a great picture because this commemorates the day that we met Felicia. And Felicia is one of the reasons why we're here. This is...
Yes, I see her.
Yeah, it's like, hi, Felicia.
Hi, Miss Felicia.
We won't say bye to you this time. No. But this is at IIT. And this was, I want to say that it was in either May or April. This was the United African Organizations Community Involvement Fair. And so there are a few of us there in the picture that are representing the ECAC Auxiliary Board. The board that you see in the background is our display board. And then you have Nancy Ochere, who is the chairman of UAO. We've loved Nancy at the ECAC. She's a powerful community leader. And if not for Nancy, we would have never had a chance to be able to meet Felicia and then become connected with you guys. And we're very, very happy to be here.
Wow, we're happy to have you. That's so nice. Here's our third picture.
Okay, so this is us after we had one of our auxiliary board meetings. We decided that as soon as the meeting was over, we were going to beeline over to a local business, which is something that we like to do. Not only do we like to support local business, but whenever possible, support Ethiopian-owned businesses. This is the grand opening of a new restaurant called Tesfa, which is in Uptown. So it's one of two major Ethiopian restaurants that are located close to Broadway in Uptown, with the second being Damara.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, I see you over on the right side of the picture.
Yes.
Wow. You guys look like you're having so much fun.
The food was so good. If you guys have not been to Tesfa, please stop by and check it out. It's a little bit east of Broadway on Wilson.
That's awesome. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
That's such a cute picture.
So this is from our very first Ethiopia Fest. This is the coffee ceremony that's being conducted by one of our longtime friends and contributors, and I believe her name is LaDonna. Yeah.
Ladina.
And so she's got an Ethiopian soul and a not so Ethiopian body, but she definitely knows her stuff. And this picture is special because I'm seeing two kids in here that are my current dance students. I see Tari, who's in the pretty white dress, and then I see Danny, who is in the Ethiopia flag shirt.
Wow, that is so nice.
Yes.
I did not know you taught dance.
Yes. So it's really cool because this is a third year, and they always say that good things come in threes, and so this is our third year, and from the first year, these kids are going from being people who just came to be spectators at the fest to actually being part of the fest and part of what's making it happen.
That is amazing. Wow, this is a nice photo of you guys.
Yes. So I really love this poster because this was from last year, which was our second year. This artwork is really just demonstrative of it's just iconic traditional Ethiopian art, but put in a really modern context. And so there goes Getu over there, and then on the left you have Sabla. Sabla is our resident social butterfly. Without Sabla, I do not know the difference between the first year and the second year is almost single-handedly due to Sabla and her ability to network and to get people involved. She just has such a gift with people, and she really knows how to get people to rally behind whatever it is that she's doing. And if you met her, you'd understand why. She's just a really bubbly, great personality to be around, always super positive, very proactive, and knows how to get things done. She's such a great asset to any team that she's on.
That's amazing. It's so good to know that you really make a connection with your participants. What is this picture?
Okay, so this is also our ECAC display board. What you see on the right are who I will call our ECAC OGs. So these are okay. So to the far left, you have Gash Erku, who is an outgoing ECAC executive board president.
Wow.
So he retired after 31 years of service, and now he's being out. Now we've got Gasha Klilu, who is very effectively stepping in and making sure that he hears the needs of the community through the young professional eyes. He really does a great job of conferring with us and talking to us about the way we feel connected to the community, because the needs of the community are changing. It's getting younger. It's getting younger, and not just because people are coming over here from back home, but there are a lot of domestic transplants that are coming in, like people who are coming in for different economic opportunities that don't necessarily need services on the social service end, like refugee placement or anything, but just needing to have a sense of belonging as Ethiopians in the community at large. But all these people really have worked to lay the foundation for what we have in the ECAC. They are our roots.
That is amazing. All of you guys do such good teamwork.
Yes. Okay. This is a still from one of the performances by a local group called Magic Carpet. So the guy over here on the percussion, he's pretty much the glue that's been holding the band together for all this time. His name is Ryan Meyer, and he just is a percussion master. And on the mic there is Tracy King, who is actually one of our dancers, and she's still a dancer at heart, but she's just a performer overall.
That's amazing. You guys look like you know how to have a good time.
Yep. And so these are just people at Ethiopia Fest chilling. This is from last year because this is our first year at St. Andrew's Church, and we're going to be there again this year.
Wow.
This is the face painting station, and it's being manned by Sanayet, who didn't even face paint before that year, but she did a great job of pulling it up because that's what community does in time of need.
That's true. Teamwork makes the dream work.
And this is the flyer from from this year. Let's jam and eat Ethiopian because the food is going to be so bomb.
Okay. Well, we're glad to know that you guys are, really trying to put in the work to make sure that you have a great event. Yes. Can you tell us what you want the people to expect from the event?
Sure. What you're going to be able to expect from what you're going to be able to expect from us is just a variety of things that showcase what Ethiopian culture is, especially our arts. The arts are going to be the gateway for any culture. People don't think about it, but as soon as you walk into a restaurant, you're experiencing something artistic. Cooking is culinary arts.
That's true.
So it's either going to be a food experience or an entertainment experience that is centered around music and dance. Now, a lot of us, when we come over here, we think of career choices as being something that you have to spend a gazillion years in school to do so that you could call back home and brag about it. Say, oh, my daughter the lawyer, my daughter the pharmacist, and this and that. And we tend to look down our nose at the artistic traditions. But the artistic traditions are actually the heart and soul of any people, and we're no exception to that. And so Ethiopia Fest is what we're growing into being our signature event, that it's something that people from all over are able to come and see and say, this is what Ethiopian culture looks like, and this is what it looks like when it's being shared by the whole city. I've been creative director for 3 years, and in none of the years that I've done it have I ever had a dance team that's 100% Ethiopian. I've had people participate that have been Black American, that have been Nigerian American. Last year we had a girl who was Peruvian, and she did a great job. She had never had any kind of experience doing Ethiopian dance, and she jumped in and she took on the mantle of it. And so with that being said, we actually are still looking for people to come out and dance with us. A big part of what we do that's just representation from the community is a dance performance that's an hour long, and I'm the person who puts together all the choreography and everything like that. And so I make everything simple enough to be able to get together in a short amount of time, but create a dynamic so that people say, oh, that looks really interesting.
Wow.
And so also there's a children's group that's going to be performing. This is our first time having kids, and we're going to debut them at Africa Fest this Sunday at 2 p.m.
That's amazing. Well, we look forward to seeing you at our events and your events in the future. Thank you so much for coming on. And are there anything you would like to say? Saying goodbye to the watchers?
Okay, yes. So thank you guys for watching. Ganalo, and we really hope that on ECAC's end that this is just the beginning of a long time relationship with African International House, and that we can become a bigger part of the Africa Fest family in the years to come.
Yes, well, we look forward to having you. If you guys want more information about Africa International House or about the organizations that we've had on the show, visit www.aihusa.org. Thank you.
Thanks.
Goodbye.